weary traveler, to a quiet space where the day's concerns gently drift away. Find your most comfortable position now, allowing your body to settle into softness. Take a slow, deep breath in, filling your lungs with peace. And as you gently exhale, release any tension, any lingering thought. Another soft breath in, feeling yourself grow heavier, more relaxed. And as you breathe out, know that you have nowhere to be, nothing to do, but simply listen and rest. This is your time to unwind, to find calm in the quiet moments that unfold. Tonight, we journey far, far to the north, to a place of magnificent solitude. Imagine towering spires of crystalline ice, catching the faint, distant light of the moon. This is no ordinary structure, but a sanctuary built into the very heart of the Arctic wilderness. It is known as the Fortress of Solitude, a place where the world's greatest hero finds his quietest moments. We approach a vast, arching window, unlike any you've ever seen. It's a transparent wall of ice and starlight, looking out upon an endless canvas of the northern sky. Beyond its silent barrier, the cold air shimmers with an ethereal dance. Soft greens and blues, sometimes hints of lavender, unfurl across the darkness like a silken curtain stirred by an unseen breeze. This is the Aurora borealis, the northern lights, painting the heavens with silent, majestic strokes. And there, seated before this breathtaking display, is a solitary figure. He is calm, still, simply observing the cosmic ballet. No cape billows, no urgent calls demand his attention. Just peace and the silent, shimmering lights of the world above. He is Clark, at home in his quiet sanctuary, completely at one with the vast, tranquil expanse of the Arctic night. From his vantage point, the world outside was a canvas of deep, ink-eye blues and purples, occasionally punctuated by the distant, sparkling starlight. The fortress itself, a marvel of crystalline architecture, hummed with a barely perceptible, comforting silence. Each facet of the structure seemed to catch the ethereal glow of the aurora, refracting it inward, painting the vast chamber with shifting hues of emerald, sapphire, and soft violet. Clark remained still, a quiet silhouette against the immense, curved window. He was not just watching the aurora. He was immersed in its slow, majestic dance. Ribbons of light unfurled and swirled across the sky, like cosmic silk, weaving intricate patterns that dissolved as gently as they formed. There was no sound, save for the faintest whisper of the Arctic wind far, far below. A sound so soft it felt more like a memory than a present reality. This was his sanctuary, a place where the weight of the world, the constant demands of heroism, could simply melt away. Here, under the watchful, silent gaze of the northern lights, he could simply be. The cold outside was a crisp, clean embrace, and the warmth within the fortress was a gentle, steady presence, a testament to its alien yet welcoming design. He allowed his gaze to drift along the horizon, tracing the faint outlines of distant ice formations, each one a silent sentinel in the vast white expanse. This quiet solitude was a balm, a deep breath taken in a world that often demanded so much. The colors outside softened, then brightened again. A private light show just for him, a gentle reminder of the universe's quiet wonders. The soft, shifting ribbons of light outside the fortress window danced with a serene grace, painting the icy landscape in hues of emerald and sapphire. Clark remained still, his silhouette a quiet presence against the vast canvas of the northern sky. Each shimmering wave of the Aurora seemed to flow with a silent, ancient rhythm, a cosmic ballet performed just for the Arctic wilderness and the lone observer within the crystalline walls. Here, the world's clamor faded to an echo, and the urgency of distant cries could not pierce the deep, enveloping peace that settled upon the frozen world. He watched as the light touched the jagged edges of the crystal architecture, catching glints and sending soft, diffused reflections across the polished floor of the chamber. The fortress itself seemed to breathe with him, a colossal, quiet guardian in the frozen expanse, its walls humming with a barely perceptible, comforting resonance. There was no need for words, no need for action, only the gentle ebb and flow of the celestial spectacle. The cool, crisp air of the interior, maintained by the fortress's silent systems, was a comforting blanket, a stark but tranquil contrast to the vibrant, ethereal glow beyond the transparent walls. The silence was profound, broken only by the almost imperceptible hum of the crystal structures, a soft, deep vibration that spoke of ancient power held in peaceful repose. This was his sanctuary, a place where the weight of responsibility could momentarily lift, replaced by the profound simplicity of cosmic beauty. The Aurora pulsed, a living, breathing entity of light, reminding him of the immense, untamed power of the universe, yet presented with such tender, unhurried majesty. With each slow, steady breath, the quiet wonder deepened, pulling him further into the hushed embrace of the Arctic night. Far above the sleeping world, a profound sense of belonging and of serene solitude filled the space around him. As endless as the stars, a profound sense of belonging and of serene solitude filled the space around him. As endless as the stars. He remained perfectly still, a quiet silhouette against the vast canvas of the northern sky, bathed in the ethereal glow. The Aurora, a cosmic ballet of greens and purples, shimmered and swayed, painting the crystal walls of the fortress with its ever-changing light. Each slow, graceful undulation of the celestial curtain was a whisper of the universe, a silent lullaby that resonated deep within the quiet sanctuary. The crystalline structures around him seemed to absorb and refract this otherworldly light, scattering soft, diffused colors across the floor and the smooth, cool surfaces of the nearby console. No screens flickered, no alarms chimed, only the gentle hum of the fortress's ancient systems, a nearly imperceptible thrum beneath the silence. Clark's gaze was soft, unfocused, yet deeply attentive, watching the light show unfold as if it were a story being told just for him. He wasn't thinking of distant cities or urgent calls. Here, at the heart of the world's quietest place, he was simply observing. The vastness outside, the intricate dance of solar winds meeting Earth's magnetic field, became a personal, calming spectacle. He felt the subtle, comforting chill of the Arctic night, a sensation he had learned to embrace, a reminder of the purity and untamed beauty of this corner of the world. The only movement was the slow, deliberate breath of the night and the silent, shimmering dance of the lights, drawing his focus gently, inviting deep rest. The vibrant greens and purples of the Aurora continued their slow, almost imperceptible dance, painting the immense window of the fortress in ever-changing, ethereal hues. Clark watched, his gaze unhurried, reflecting the deep calm he found in this isolated sanctuary. Here, the world's clamor faded into a distant echo, replaced by the profound quiet of the Arctic night. The towering crystal walls around him seemed to absorb any stray sound, amplifying the sense of stillness, creating a perfect, protective envelope of peace. He felt the subtle, cool touch of the polished crystal sill beneath his hand, a tangible reminder of the vast, frozen landscape outside. Yet, inside, a gentle, ambient warmth emanated from the very structure of his refuge, a silent comfort in the heart of the cold. This was a place where time itself seemed to slow, allowing for quiet introspection, for simply asterisk being asterisk without the weight of expectations. Beyond the window, the distant gleam of colossal ice formations caught the celestial light, sparkling like scattered diamonds across an endless white canvas. Each soft sway of the aurora brought with it a deeper sense of tranquility, a peaceful acceptance of the night's quiet embrace. His breath came easily, a soft, even rhythm in the profound silence. He allowed his focus to soften, letting the shimmering spectacle outside fill his vision, urging all thoughts to gently drift away, like wisps of starlight carried on a silent northern breeze. The very air felt lighter here, cleansed by the cold, pure expanse of the Arctic, and imbued with the quiet majesty of the cosmos above. It was a moment of complete peace, undisturbed under the watchful, silent eye of the northern sky. The silence around him was not an emptiness, but a fullness, a deep, resonant calm that settled over the vast crystal chamber. Clark sat there, a silent sentinel, his form a gentle silhouette against the ever-shifting canvas of the northern lights. Each ripple and fold of the aurora, like a cosmic breath, seemed to echo the quiet rhythm of his own, was no need for words, no urgency to act, just the profound, unburdened presence within this sanctuary, miles above the bustling world. He watched as soft emeralds melted into deep violets, then bled into streaks of shimmering gold, painting the frigid canvas of the sky. The light, though distant, felt incredibly close, as if the universe itself was whispering secrets just beyond the crystalline pane. The fortress, a marvel of advanced Kryptonian design, hummed with a near imperceptible energy, a counterpoint to the raw, ancient power of the Aurora. But even that hum was gentle, a lullaby of technology at rest, not at work, ensuring his peace. Beyond the window, the Arctic expanse stretched, an untouched wilderness of snow and ice, gleaming faintly under the celestial display. It was a world asleep, mirroring the peace that had settled within Clark. Here, unobserved, unburdened by the expectations of the world below, he was simply himself. Just Clark, bathed in the tranquil light of a phenomenon that was both fleeting and eternal. The cool air from the vast window pane offered a subtle, grounding touch, a reminder of the quiet, beautiful reality he inhabited in these precious, still moments. The silent dance of light continued, a timeless ballet for an audience of one, lost in contemplation, finding strength in stillness, a profound quietude that recharged his very being. The world outside waited, but for now, only the Aurora held sway. The celestial ballet continued, each ribbon of light dancing with an ethereal grace across the vast canvas of the northern sky. Clark remained, a silent sentinel before the immense crystal window, his gaze following the slow, swirling patterns of emerald and sapphire. The colors seemed to breathe, expanding and contracting with an ancient rhythm, painting the icy expanse beyond the fortress with their vibrant, shifting hues. It was a spectacle of pure, unadulterated beauty, a silent symphony played out in light. He felt the gentle hum of the fortress around him, a constant, low thrum that was as comforting as it was familiar. It was the sound of incredible technology at rest, safeguarding knowledge and power. Yet here, in this moment, it was merely a soft counterpoint to the quiet grandeur outside. The crystal architecture of the window itself seemed to absorb and refract the aurora's glow, scattering tiny, shimmering reflections across the polished floors and distant walls of the vast chamber. Each facet caught a spark, turning the interior into a softly lit dreamscape. There was a profound sense of solitude here, not of loneliness, but of complete and utter peace. Far from the bustling cities and the clamor of the world, Clark found his own quiet center. The soft, cool light of the Aurora washed over him, a soothing balm. He watched as a particularly bright wave of green light unfurled, stretching wide across the horizon, then slowly faded, leaving behind a lingering afterglow that hinted at its return. This was his sanctuary, his personal observatory, where the weight of the world could be gently set aside, if only for a time, allowing for a deep, tranquil rest. He watched as the first faint tendrils of green and violet began to dance across the vast window pane, not with urgency, but with a slow, deliberate grace, like silk scarves unfurling in an unseen breeze. Each gentle shift of color painted the crystalline interior of the fortress with a soft, ethereal glow, reflecting off the smooth, unblemished surfaces around him. The silence was profound, broken only by the almost imperceptible hum of the fortress's systems, a low, steady thrum that was more a part of the quiet than an interruption of it. This was a silence that spoke volumes, a stillness that held all the unburdened thoughts of a life lived for others. Here, beneath the swirling cosmic curtain, Clark felt the quiet strength of his true self. No mask, no pretense, just the immense peace of being. The light from the Aurora washed over him, a cool, gentle caress that felt like the universe's own lullaby. He wasn't solving a crisis or deflecting a threat. He was simply existing, observing, and allowing the natural majesty of the cosmos to wash over his spirit. The colors deepened, a richer emerald now, with hints of soft blue and even a fleeting flash of rose. They drifted, flowed, and then faded, only to reappear in a different part of the sky, a silent, celestial ballet. The sheer scale of the window framed this spectacle perfectly, a panoramic view that invited contemplation. Each crystal facet of the fortress seemed to absorb and diffuse the light, turning the entire chamber into a kaleidoscope of gentle hues. It was a moment of profound personal quiet, a gentle pause in the endless rhythm of his extraordinary life. The cold vastness outside seemed to hold no threat, only an invitation to witness beauty, preparing the way for a deeper, more profound rest. The vibrant greens and purples of the Aurora danced, a final, mesmerizing ballet across the Inkai sky. Clark remained a silent sentinel, his gaze unmoving, bathed in the soft, shifting glow. He allowed the profound quiet of the Arctic night and the vastness of the cosmos to wash over him, a gentle current carrying away the day's concerns. With each slow, steady breath, the deep peace of this solitude settled within his very core. The light show faded, leaving only a comforting darkness. Now, let the quiet settle around you, feeling the peace of this distant, serene moment, drifting into slumber, as calm and content as the hero at his window.